And we're live.
And we're live.
Hey guys, good morning. It's Wednesday at 8:10 because we're never on time.
8:11.
8:11. We get so excited. So we're actually in StreamYard in like the little what do they call it? Behind the stage or whatever? Backstage.
Studio.
The studio. I'm such a loser. And we talk about this stuff and go on and on and on talking, and then we're like, oh crap, we should probably go live. So say good morning if you're here. So we know who's with us. Last week's live hit me like a whirlwind. I don't know if it hit you guys, but so many things came after that live that I'm just like beyond ecstatic about all the things that we're bringing and doing. Hey, could you silence yourself, sir?
Sorry, I'm trying to.
You're trying to see who's chatting. So I'm pumped to bring you a little bit more information and a lot of really cool updates. So first and foremost, if you missed last week we started just kind of teasing the concept of talking about lead capturing, lead nurturing, and lead conversion. And the conversations that you had going on in the comments were amazing. And two fantastic things came out of that. One, after those calls, if you guys remember, Jeremy in the comments was talking about the success that he has had in this past year. And I think there's so much great information and insight to what Jeremy has done, the success that he's been able to create. I asked him if he would consider coming on and sharing his model, what works for him with you guys. And he said yes. So we're working on a date to get Jeremy in here to talk to you about his company, how he runs his real estate investing practices, and to give you guys that insight, which I think would be massive value. It is a whole different ballgame to see how someone has done it successfully and the action steps that they take to get to that point. So we're going to be bringing Jeremy on as soon as we can get a date nailed down for you guys. I also talked with Jason Blackburn, if you guys remember from the comments as well. Jason is the owner of Instant Offer Engine, which is a tool that Jeremy uses and is wildly successful at. And I talked with Jason for probably 45 minutes. Super great dude, shared so much information, and has a really unique business model and practice to how he's a successful real estate investor, in addition to also being the creator of Instant Offer Engine. I think he has some awesome value to bring to you guys, and we're trying to work out a date to get him to come on as well. There are so many different ways to be successful as a real estate investor. Obviously, we talk about digital marketing and SEO specifically, but that's not it, guys. Like, we would be naive to say that that's the only way to be successful. It's not. And what we want this group to be for you in 2023 is an opportunity to be successful in every capacity that you can get your hands on. So be looking for those. We'll announce it ahead of time. That way you guys can mark your calendar and make sure that you're available to check out a live with Jeremy and then a live with Jason and bring some awesome content to you guys. Last week, we also asked you, what part of that process are you struggling with? Is it capturing leads, converting leads, or nurturing leads? Got that out of order. But from your feedback, Brad Couch, you went ahead and gave us feedback of what you were struggling with. So you're going to get a copy. Oh, no, I messed it up. What was it? Saying good morning. I did. I jacked that up. Saying good morning was to win the copy of the conversion code. Telling us what your struggle was the press release giveaway. Guys, I didn't have it in my hand. I wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. So Brad Couch, for jumping on the live and joining us the day before holiday, you win a copy of the conversion code. I'll message you after the fact and we'll get that sent out to you. And then the other action item was telling us what part of that process you struggle with, capturing, nurturing, or converting. And Arthur, who is like the most consistent take action person in this group, I swear, he shows up every Wednesday. You are getting another press release to keep stacking and building that online credibility with those killer press releases syndicated to the news stations. So one thing that came out of all of this is how overwhelming the world of digital marketing and SEO is, right? And I was on a webinar yesterday with a bunch of digital marketers in a mastermind, and someone said something and it slapped me in my forehead, so much to the point that I texted Jason. I said, hey, you need to jump on this webinar too. And I sent him the quote. And the quote is, don't skate to where the puck is, skate to where the puck's going to be. And I probably quoted that wrong. So if any of you are hockey fans, like, don't come after me in the comments. But yes, it is. Don't skate to where the puck is. Skate to where the puck is going to be. And when it comes to SEO, that is exactly the name of the game. You are trying to anticipate what is going to come next based on context clues of what Google is doing and saying right now. And the biggest clue of where this all is going, all of it meaning all online rankings, online presence, what Google is looking for, what the search engines are looking for, is based around this helpful content update that came out. One of the things that was really talked about heavily, and tell me if you hate this as much as I do, but recipe websites. If you go look for a recipe, you have to scan through 17 generations of stories and look at 47 different video ads that are popping up everywhere just to get to the information you need. Guys, they're saying those types of sites are going to be gone within 2 years because with Google's helpful content, they don't want to see that. That is not helpful. The recipe is helpful, but the rest of the crap around it is not. So if we're looking and we're trying to anticipate where that puck is going to be, how do we do that? None of us have a crystal ball. We can look at context clues from the updates that Google is providing us. But the biggest thing that we can do is to diversify our SEO efforts and what we're doing. So think about just like your retirement. You are really serious about planning for your retirement. You're not just going to have all of your eggs in one basket. You're not just going to be all in on the stock market or all in on real estate investing or all in on putting your cash in your mattress. You're going to probably diversify in order to be secure. So that way, if there is a stock market crash, if there is a housing market crash, your money isn't all tied up in one aspect. Same with your SEO. You need to have a little bit of everything done, um, and continue to build on those things in order to have that firm foundation. Jason and I were looking at our clients from this past year and kind of self-reflecting of what worked really, really well. Who were our most successful clients? How did they sustain through a lot of these Google algorithm updates? And what made them a little bit different? And what we found is the clients that had the most diversified SEO efforts felt the least amount of ups and downs through these algorithm changes. And it makes sense, right? You're not all in on one thing. There are a lot of agencies out there that only focus on written content, such as blog posts and social content, or only focus on backlinks, or only focus on whatever it is they sell or focus on. And there's nothing wrong. We agree that all of those things are needed, but it's not one is the end all be all. Jason, you want to add anything to that? I know I kind of just jumped in heavy.
No, I mean, exactly what you said. I mean, we know a lot of people that all they focus on is guest posting. You know, all they're doing is trying to get links to the website by guest posting. And can that work? Yes, to a certain extent, but it doesn't fulfill your entire entity as a whole. As Google looks at it, you only have those good links, but maybe you don't have good on page, or you don't even rank for your brand name or something like that. And then there's other people that all they do is social media posting. You know, they're just pounding Facebook and Twitter and things like that. And can that have success? It can, but if you don't have good backlinks because all you're doing is social media posting, well, that can hurt you as well. So like
And
Jamie was
guys,
saying, when that
go ahead.
algorithm hits, there's something missing and you're going to get hit with it. So
Any digital marketer will tell you, and it doesn't matter if they do SEO or social or whatever, when we are playing in someone else's playground, which is what we're doing on social media and in Google, we don't have control of that. You have to own your email list. You have to have as much control over what you can control. You have to have your email list and you have to diversify. So that way, if you're all in on social, if you are all in on Facebook, and guys, this happened last year and the year before, I know because I was in that space when it happened. Facebook's algorithm changed. The notifications changed. Everything flipped upside down and backwards, and it collapsed businesses overnight. Literally, companies' sales gone, leads gone overnight because of the engagement algorithm and how it stopped showing content to different users. They changed that user experience. If you are going all in on one thing, you are making yourself susceptible to those types of risks with your business. And all of you as real estate investors are way too smart to put your business in that type of jeopardy. So tell me in the comments, one, when it comes to diversifying your SEO or your SEO in general, where do you struggle? Is it one, knowing what to actually do? So we talk about things like citations and press releases and your reviews and your branding keyword rankings and YouTubes and blog posts and guest, but like we talk about all these terms, these jargons. Do you struggle with knowing which ones of those to focus on? What they even are? Because that was me for a long time. Where to get them and how to make sure they're what you need? Do you struggle with knowing what it is? If it is, put a 1 in the comments if you struggle with knowing what to do. Or do you struggle mostly mostly with accountability of getting it done, which would be a number 2. Drop a 2 in the comments if you struggle with the accountability to get it done. So you know what citations are, you know how they work, you know where to get them, but you struggle with prioritizing the time to get it done. That would be number 2. Number 1 would be, I don't know what a citation is. I don't know where to get it. I don't know what's trustworthy. I don't even know how to spend my money on it or if it's going to be impactful for me. That would be a number 1. So there, 1, you don't know what to do, what it is, or how to get it. Or number 2, you struggle with the accountability to actually take action and get it done. So I see a 2 in the comments. That's awesome. Like you're probably way ahead of the curve just by simply knowing what a lot of these things are and how they can impact your business and knowing that you need to do it. So I asked that question because, again, we are planning a lot of big things for you guys in 2023, and we want to make sure that content is relevant for you. So when it comes to your SEO, if you guys go to the guide section in this group, we talk a lot about your on-page optimization, how to make your carrot site look great, how to make your brand more memorable. But outside of those on-page optimizations, there is a whole nother world. And again, the things that you're going to hear us talking about are citations, press releases, guest posts, blog posts, reviews in your branded keyword ranking, social media posts, your YouTube. Is there anything else that I missed on that?
I think you said it.
Backlinks. I don't think I had backlinks in there. We're going to get into all of those things and how to get them done. And if you guys can stay consistent to this time slot and take action while you're on this call with us, I guarantee you 4 times a month, 15, 20 minutes of taking small action for your business is going to pay off majorly when it comes to moving your SEO forward. Again, SEO is a long game, guys. You all know this, but it's the investment that makes your business rock solid. So first thing that we're going to dig into is talking about your brand name and why ranking for your brand name is so important. This was the first thing that we noticed that our really successful clients of 2022 did well right out of the gate. It was the foundational piece that we started with and helped them immediately start converting leads before they were even ranking for their local city keywords. So branded keywords are reputation management or branded rankings. That so many people call it different things, but what it really means is, what does it look like when someone does a Google search for your brand name? So if you go to Google right now and you search St. Charles County house buyer, what does that look like? And we took a look at Christopher Ellen Homes, which is a longtime client of ours, and saw, okay, we've showed this to you guys before. What is it about this company on their branded keyword search that makes them so successful? So that while they're waiting for their city keyword rankings to come in, because we know those take time, they're doing other marketing efforts like sending direct mail and doing Facebook ads. So how do we make sure that the marketing efforts that they're putting funds towards are going to give them the best ROI? And that's by ranking for your branded keywords. When you Google them, I'm sorry, I told Jason we wouldn't need the screen, and now he's probably trying to pull up the screen to show you guys. When you Google them, yeah, go ahead.
Who do you want me to look up?
Go ahead and do Christopher Ellen. When you Google Christopher Ellen Homes, because you got their postcard in the mail because they send direct mail, and you go do a Google search for them, you're not necessarily thinking sell my house fast, Indianapolis. You're thinking, oh, I got this mail, and yeah, actually I am kind of financially struggling or whatever. This looks like it might be a solution for me. And you go Google this company, what shows up? That is your branded keyword search. If you are doing any type of paid advertising, whether it's direct mail, ads, flyer mailers, receipt mailers, anything like that. If you're paying for your name to show up, you better expect that people are going to go Google you, and your brand name rankings need to look pristine. Do you have it, Jace?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you'll see when you look at Christopher Allen Homes, obviously their GBP is claimed, guys. That is the most foundational piece. If there's nothing else you do for your business, get your Google business profile claimed, for Pete's sake. If you don't know how to do it, if it overwhelms you, message me and I will hop on a Zoom call with you and we will get it done, but zero excuses. Every single one of you has to have your GBP claimed in 2023. No excuses. But immediately what you see when you Google Christopher Allen Homes, you do their branded keyword search, you see 5 stars left and right, you see their reviews, you see all of the diverse sites that are pulling up that are really, really credible. You see their social media platforms, all of these different trust signals. You've got videos of their team, 40 plus Google reviews. Yes, consumers look at that. They trust that. You can't, I don't know, you can't put enough weight or value behind what those reviews mean. And not only are those reviews on Google, but you see he has them on his Facebook and other different directory listing sites where reviews can be left. Jace is a little blurry on my end, but can you read off what some of those different sites are that he also has reviews on?
Yeah. So let's go back to the top. So obviously we have your GBP. So that's all your Google reviews over here. And then he's got Facebook reviews. So we all know you can get reviews on your Facebook business page. Okay. And those always show up in the search engines. BBB you can get reviews on, but BBB no longer shows stars in the SERPs. This is Yelp. So you get reviews over on Yelp. The cool thing about Yelp is, even though I don't really like Yelp, if you get reviews on Yelp, it also syndicates it over to Bing and MapQuest as well. Okay, so that's a little bit of a bonus. And then you have, if you keep on going down, these are all branded profiles, but you have reviews on Trustpilot. Trustpilot is a very easy one to get reviews. They don't filter them out like Google does very much. His Twitter, and then even Glassdoor. So Glassdoor is one where you basically send out the reviews to your employees or people that have worked with you, and they give you a review. These aren't reviews from customers. They're reviews from your employees. Like it says, see what employees say, like what it's like to work at Christopher Allen Homes. So those are easy ones to get as well. And those are beautiful because they show in the SERPs. So there's lots of ways you can do this.
We are so conditioned to look for those stars. We don't even realize we're doing it, but our brain, just by scanning that first page, is going credible, 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 credible. And without even having to think about it, decisions are being made to reach out to your company based on this branded keyword search. I hope that makes sense. If it does make sense and you're watching, go ahead and tell me in the comments, yes, that makes sense. That's ranking for your branded keywords is where you need to start, especially if you are doing any types of paid ads where you are directing people to search for you. Hopefully that makes a ton of sense. That's going to be the most basic SEO. Sorry, I see a comment here. What are your thoughts on BBB? I believe it's $600 a year to get a ranking. Jace, you want to talk to that? Of course, this makes sense. Awesome. I'm glad, because sometimes I don't explain things well.
So I believe you're right. I think the cheapest plan that they have is it's either 40 or 50 bucks a month. So what are my views on it? You know, we have some clients that do it, some that don't. We don't pay for it. But I think we still have an A rating. What gets you the rating when you pay for it is it says you're BBB accredited or whatever. It can hold a lot of weight, especially with the older generation, which is a lot of your sellers out there. People do look at it. So it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's money wasted. Okay. Because if you get one house off of that, just because it says you're accredited, it's worth it. Right. But is it the first thing you should go out and get? Probably not. But I'm not going to say it's a bad investment either.
Right. One thing, Jace, you hit the nail on the head about is knowing your demographic and your audience. If
Right.
you are mostly dealing with older folks that you know are going to trust BBB over possibly even knowing what reviews on Facebook look like, know your demographic and make that decision accordingly. And know if it's necessary for your business right now. Someone who's just starting out and within their first month, that's probably not the highest and best use of your funds at the very beginning of when you're starting, but it is if you're a little bit more stable in your business. So true for the older generations. It is. It absolutely is true. And every generation kind of has their spot online of what they trust. You'll see a lot of 30 to 40-year-olds that really look to social credibility. If I see someone on Instagram or on Facebook that has tons of posts, that's where I get a lot of my credibility factor from. Um, but the older generations definitely look to that tried and true BBB. So know your demographic and make those decisions accordingly. Would it be helpful to you guys if you are at a point in your business where you're still handling a lot of your SEO and your digital marketing in house? You have not worked with an agency and it's not something that you're able to do at this time. Would it help you guys to have some type of visual map kind of prioritizing the hierarchy of where to start on your SEO and how to build upon those blocks? So it's one thing for us again to talk about citations, press releases, guest posts, backlinks, etc., but how to know which ones to tackle to get the most out of those efforts, because certain things do need to come before others. Would having a guideline or a map or an outline of which efforts to prioritize be helpful? Yes, that would be awesome. Okay. I actually had this idea a couple days ago from some of these chats that we've been having in here, thinking back to the beginnings of when we started, and if we had only known then that certain things build upon others better, and that you can get more out of your efforts and your resources by doing them in certain order, and understanding how to tackle that, because it is a big beast when it comes to your rankings, that would be helpful. But sometimes, again, ideas in my head are whatever. If it's not helpful to you guys, it doesn't matter. But if that is something that would be helpful, we can definitely work on getting some kind of image with links and suggestions on how to build your SEO if you're doing it in house. That way we can get you up and running for 2023. We would love to also see some accountability come out of this for you guys. And I'm not sure what that's going to look like just yet. Right now, we're focusing so much on getting some guests lined up for you, and some content and practical applications of things to get done in 2023. But I would love to have some of those things that make this group feel more like a community rather than us just coming and talking at you. Again, we say this all the time, but we talk about you guys like you're our family. Like we're personally invested in your businesses, whether you're a client of ours or not. By being here, we are connected. I'm ready to be accountable for my SEO. I love that. That is my favorite freaking comment of the day. Makes my day. Those words just make me so happy. I'm ready to be accountable for my SEO. I'm here. We are here. We're going to get this done for you. What we want you guys to have is a safe space to learn how to move your business forward without having to partner or put yourself in a position with an agency that you're not ready for. That would be the worst case scenario for you guys. There are a lot of groups out there that practice only one thing or teach only one thing because they offer a product or service, or they're affiliated with someone or whatever it is. We want you guys to have the most authentic, credible SEO support that you can possibly get. And so that is what we are working on with 2023. Last thing, if you are catching or kind of scrubbing through the end of this, the action item for this week is to drop it in the comments. Tell me, one, are you struggling to know what to do with your SEO? So you know words like citation and press release and backlinks and blog posts, and you don't really know what they do or where to get them or what they do for your business. That's number one. Drop a one in the comments. Number two, if you struggle with being accountable, you know what these tools are, you know how they work for your business, but you struggle with setting aside the time to get it done, drop that in the comments, and that will enter you to win next week's press release giveaway. For those new, press releases are professionally written articles about your business. They're very well done. They can be specific. If you have a thought on what you want to talk about, maybe you're expanding, maybe you're going in a new market, maybe you add a new team member, maybe you're just starting up. whatever it is, an article is written for you about your company, and then it gets syndicated out. That was syndicated out to the top news stations, CBS, NBC, Fox, etc. Major, huge credibility sources online that all then link back to your website so that when someone Googles you, they can see, wow, this person's been featured on all of these different places. It also gives you the opportunity to put a credibility banner on your website, making you super authoritative, which increases your trust and authority in the eyes of consumers and in the eyes of Google. So that's why we give away a press release every single week. We want you guys to just kick ass. Sorry, I can't say it any other way. We want you to be successful. We want you to kick ass in 2023. And we're going to do everything that we can to continue to support you in those goals. All right, Jace, anything that I forgot that you want to talk about?
No, just a quick little recap. Because we mentioned at the beginning, but Arthur is the press release winner of this week. Okay. And also Brad Couch, winner of the conversion code for taking action last week.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for your participation. It gets us excited. We love coming and doing these when we get to talk to you guys and you talk back, and it just makes our day. So anyways, all right, guys, more to come. Be looking for an update about bringing Jeremy in to go live with us and bringing Jason in from Instant Offer Engine to give you guys some encouragement, some energy and excitement for 2023. It's great to hear from folks that are doing it and killing it and how they're doing it. And if there's one little nugget that you take away from that, it's worth its weight in gold. So again, be looking for those dates. They will be coming soon to you guys. All right, we good?
Yeah, we're good.
That's a wrap. Rock on.
See you guys.